Okay, so like I briefly mentioned in the last video, a bunch of our team went into qualification for the next level after GTC. And that's expected. So GTC, they'll unveil new products. There's a lot of hype about the in-person, and a huge part of it is like seeing these people get their flowers, going to the white party, which I'll talk about in another video. Seeing all the people cross the stage, people presenting from the stage, and all the recognition. I think that's perhaps the biggest thing about network marketing, the most appealing thing. Once you're in it, the thing that kind of keeps you, if you're doing the work, is all the recognition that you wouldn't get at any old other job, any other of those pyramid schemes where the people at the very, very bottom will never, ever, ever make it to the tippy top. Anyway. So what I'm trying to get at is that our upline, not the uppy upline, my relative, who I'm gonna try very hard not to mention this person's name and any identifying characteristics, but this person qualified for region, which is the third level, and that's when you get a bonus in your paycheck. You get up to $800 that is set aside for a car payment, and the Arbonne car is the white Mercedes. So anyway, I came up because again, I'm living in Central California at the time, so I came up to the Bay Area to attend this person's car presentation because it's a huge party, it's a big deal, as it should be. Again, a huge part of this is the belief thing, but the average person that doesn't know anything about business and entrepreneurship perhaps doesn't actually realize the amount of work that it takes to get your team to produce 40K a month in volume. So that only happens when you've been busting your butt off and when you are in a momentum that your team follows and that you're training your team to be successful. So again, I have made it very clear. I have not hidden at all that I despise this person. I literally think this person is the scum of the earth, but I do admire this person's hustle. The one thing that this person does know how to do is put their nose to the grindstone and hustle. And I have the ultimate respect for what this person was able to build. So I'll never forget going to, again, this person's car presentation. It was at a hotel in the East Bay. And this person's really cheap. This person's like a real cheap ass. So I remember that they had like one tray of food, one tray of fruit, and then they whisked that away immediately. And then I remember thinking to myself, like, what the hell did I pay $20 for? And also I bought tickets for people to come, because that's part of it. You buy tickets so people can come and attend the presentation, people who you want to join your team. And yeah, I was like, what the, like, I remember I left starving beyond the scope of this video, but yeah, there's only one group of people that will invite you to an event and not feed you. One group. So anyway, I'll never forget us all standing there. Person starts crying, and I remember my upline's husband, because Arbonne is a female-dominated company, so the few men that there are get to know each other. So this is the person that came to meet me in Santa Barbara. I remember we were sitting next to each other because I was helping with the check-in, and he goes, that happens every time. He goes, I've never seen anybody get up there and not cry. I remember him and I do really like this guy. I really like this person. So anyway, I was the only guy on the team, and there was somebody else on the team who I clicked with right away. And this person, I may end up assigning her a pseudonym, even though I have absolutely nothing bad to say about this person. I absolutely love this person. But the point I'm trying to make is that she brought a different energy to the team. And as a Black woman, actually also technically mixed like me, she also brought a lot more color to the team. And that was actually the next car presentation that I went to, because this individual, she did it in 1 year. She laid out her plan, she knew exactly what she came to do, and she did that. But again, I'll talk about that in a future video because there's a lot more that happens before that. So anyway, that was the extent of the car presentation. It was really non-eventful. Again, we had to go out to eat afterwards because we were starving. But I don't know. I got a nice little hydro flask, as you know. She gave us all. It wasn't, well, it's pretty. It's not a secret that this person's a woman, but yeah, she gave us all a gift, and that was that. That was that. Nice little get together. Had to go out to eat afterwards. In the next video, I'll tell you about the first presentation, the first conference that I went to that was not related to Arbonne. As I've alluded to, and as I'll say many more times during this series, I still believe that the most valuable habit or the most valuable insight that I took from Arbonne was the value, the importance, and the non-transferability of in-person events. And I've never been to a conference ever in my life where I've traveled to attend this in-person event, whether it's down the street because I live in downtown San Francisco or on the other side of the country. Actually, I've even gone to conferences internationally at this point. But the point I'm trying to make is I've never, ever, ever attended a conference and not found it worth my while. And sometimes the most valuable part of a conference will literally be a 2-minute conversation that you have with somebody.